guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would share with you guys my go-to makeup look. I'm heading out the door within an hour, and this is something that I do almost every single day when I don't feel like doing my makeup, but it's still pretty glam. Let's just get started. I already moisturized. I haven't done anything else. It's really early in the morning, by the way. And I probably look very, very tired, so don't mind that. But I'm gonna go ahead and start doing my eyes before I do my foundation, which I normally do anyways. So for my eyes right now, I'm so not prepared. Can you guys tell? It's early in the morning. I have no mirror. Give me 1 second. Okay. I got my mirror. I love using the Jaclyn Hill palette, so it's just nice and big and just see everything in there. Okay, so for my eyes, we are going to prime the lids. So I'm going to use the Gosh Cosmetics Metallic Shadow in Beige. And oh boy, I'm going to use that just all over the lid. I haven't done a makeup tutorial in a really, really long time, so I apologize if I'm all over the place. And I have to do this pretty quick because I have to head out the door within an hour, which doesn't give me much time. Okay, so now what I like to do is take a highlighter. So I'm going to use the Mary Luminizer by The Balm, which is, I love this highlighter. I still love it. It is like my #1. And I'm going to use the Sonia Kashuk 106 brush, and I'm just going to pat that all over the lid. Not only is this a great highlighter, this makes a great eyeshadow. Okay, and then we are going to take a bronzer to use in the crease, and I'm using Laura Mercier Ritual bronzer. Can you guys see? I used a lot, which makes me excited. I've been shopping my stash lately and just using what I have in my collection. And you know, I forgot a lot of items that I really like, so and we're just gonna use that as our crease. And I'm just using a big blending brush. This one's by Sephora. It's their Pro blending brush. It's kind of pointed at the end. It's actually really nice. And then for my brow bone, I'm going to go in with the Naked One and use Walk of Shame and Foxy and just put that under the brow bone. And you guys can see, I'll show you, I've already hit pan on Walk of Shame, and I have a really big dip in Foxy, so that makes me very excited. Who is getting the Ultimate, is it the Ultimate palette, the new palette that Urban Decay came out with? I'm gonna see. I don't really think I need any of those colors, to be honest with you. I mean, it doesn't look anything special. But then you never know, when I see it in person, I might want to get it. So we will see. But for my primer, I ended up using the Cover FX Mattifying Primer. I really like this. This is just a little deluxe sample size, which I'm almost out of. But I mean, it doesn't fill in my pores like I wanted to, but it does a pretty good job. So for foundation, because I've been really breaking out lately, and I actually really like this. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I'm in the shade 4.0. It is slightly yellow, but once I go in with concealer and powder, it works. It's good enough. I mean, I could go buy another one and just kind of mix it, but I really don't want to do that. So I'd rather just mix it with something that I already have at home if I want to change up the color a little bit, because this might not work for me in the winter time just because I am a little bit tanned. I'm not as tan as I want to be. But this foundation, you have to work really fast with it because it does dry. So I like to actually use this in sections. So that's what we're gonna do. So I just like to take a pump on my hand, not too much, because you guys are gonna see the coverage on this is insane. And then I like to apply this with the Beauty Blender and just blend away. And this, oh my God, it is so good. The coverage is amazing, like I really have to say. I like to bring this down my neck since It is slightly yellow, so I really just want it to blend in. That is just one layer. It covered everything, like everything. It's amazing. And I don't like to use too much around this, like around this area, just because I do go in there with concealer and I don't like to look too cakey. Like I like to be pretty natural. So I kind of stay away from where I'm gonna put my concealer. And I know it's kind of a preference. Like I know people that like to go all the way up, but for me, I find it's too much, especially for every day. Like I can't do it. It just looks too cakey. And for concealer, I've been using the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-hour waterproof concealer. I really like this. I like the texture of this. It reminds me of the Too Faced concealer. I'm not gonna go all the way down like I normally do because this stuff does spread out pretty good. It blends really nicely. So I don't want to use too much. And I find the less I use, the less creasing I get. Like once I start to really pack on a concealer, I just find it just creases. So just a little bit on the forehead, chin, down the nose, and that is all I do. And this does blend really, really nice. It is waterproof and anti-creasing. I definitely have to agree with that, although I still get creasing in my fine lines, which is pretty normal. But I really like this. I needed a new concealer, so I was kind of going back between this one and the Urban Decay one, but I really like the color of this one. This one is in light, and I can never find a good color match in the Urban Decay Naked Concealer. So I'm glad I went with this, and it doesn't look as dry underneath my eyes either. And it looks a little bit more natural, and I think the color has a lot to do with it. I like a bright under eye, but lately I don't like it too bright. Like normally I go like 2, sometimes 3 shades lighter than my skin tone, which is it's a pretty bright under eye. So I haven't been doing that lately, and I kind of like more of this natural look. Still add some brightness, but it's not too bright underneath the eyes. To set that, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Lock-It powder. And I already made a mess out of this stuff, which is the reason why I normally stay away from loose powders. So I'm just gonna take the e.l.f. blush brush, dip my brush in there, pick up some product, use the lid and kind of just tap it off. I don't want to use too much of this stuff. I find if I use too much, it looks cakey. So I really tap it. I don't know, loose powders are just super messy to me. Now this does leave a little bit of a white cast, I've noticed. So you don't want, that's why I don't like to use too much of it either. And I just pat it on. I do not do any baking. Like I don't bake because I just find it looks too dry, too cakey unless I'm doing it wrong. It's, you know what? It's just not for me. Whatever I have left over on my brush after, I'm just going to put it wherever I have the rest of my concealer. Okay, let's go back to the eyes and finish off the eyes. So what I'm going to do is go back in with the bronzer and just use a pencil brush. And we're going to put that on the lower lash line and just connect everything. And I always do this. It just finishes off the look. And then I like to take a little bit of the highlighter and put that just right there in the inner corner, just to brighten it up. And I like to bring it in the lower crease a little bit and just blend it in with that bronzer. Mary is my first love. It's one of the very first highlighters that I ever purchased, and it's still one of my favorites. And we are going to add a little bit of mascara. I'm using the Annabelle Blast Off mascara, which I really, really like. I've been really enjoying it. It might even be taking the place of the Essence False Lash Effect, but I haven't used it in a while, so I have to kind of use it again to see. But so far, I really like this. It gives me a lot of volume, lots of length. And I like the way it dries too. It doesn't feel sticky. It doesn't leave your eyelashes crunchy. It doesn't flake, it doesn't smudge. It's just, they did a really good job. Annabelle just released a whole bunch of new mascaras. This is the second one that I'm trying. This one so far is my favorite. So it's the one in the yellow tube. It's called Blast Off, if you guys are interested. Everything that I'm using in this video will be listed down below for you guys too with a link. I always make sure to do that. So I decided to do my brows off camera just because I need to be up close in the mirror to see what I'm doing. And number one, I can never get a good shot in the camera, and it's a little bit boring to watch, I think. So, but if you guys want to see a brow routine, let me know in the comments down below. I don't do anything special, and I hate doing my brows, just so you know. Okay, so we're gonna go back in with the bronzer. I'm gonna use Ritual again, and I like to take this e.l.f. brush. It looks like this. I don't know the name of it. My friend April loves this. But I like to take just a little bit of this and just kind of carve out my cheekbones a little bit. So, but then I'm going to blend this out. So we're going to use this to bronze. For my blush today, I'm going to use the Milani Baked Blush in Bellissimo Bronze. I love this. It just gives you that JLo glow, and I love the color of it. Gives you that summer glow. You almost look like you have a tan. Now this does have, you know, little tiny sparkles in there, but it's not too noticeable on the skin, but that's what gives you that really pretty glow. And it's soft. It looks very soft on. And then I like to just put that over my nose, forehead, whatever is left on my brush. I normally do that. I think I added enough. Sometimes I can go blush crazy, but I can't help it. Blush is just my thing, you know? Okay, so now that is done. Now normally what I do, whatever highlighter I use on my eyes, I use on the face as well too, but I'm going to use the Kathleenlights palette, and we will see. I've already swatched it. I still have to do pictures on my Instagram too, but this is what it looks like. I'm going to use the lightest shade. So I think that's the one that's gonna work with this look. So let's do it. Here is just a swatch. They feel really nice. Not as pigmented as I thought it was going to be. There's the color that I'm going to use. So let's try this with a brush and see how it works. I'm going to use the Real Techniques setting brush. It does pick up a lot of product. Let's just tap it off. Oh. Yes. Oh yeah. This is so nice. First impressions. I think I like it. But the true test will be how it's gonna wear throughout the day. My highlighters like to fade, but so far I like this color. This color is really nice. Let's add a little bit of the middle shade just to kind of see why not. Why not go highlighter crazy? Ooh, that's actually a really nice mix. I like that. Let's do the other side. Can you guys see that? It almost leaves that wet look. It's not settling into my fine lines, which is good. I like it. And then whatever's left over on the brush, I like to bring it down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and just a little bit up here above the brow bone. And that is it. Whew. I am glowing and I love it. So far, first impression, guys, I really like this. I know MakeupGeek is coming out with some highlighters in the singles, but I'll use this a little bit more and give you guys my thoughts in a favorites video or something. So the only thing I have left to do is my lips. So I'm going to use my favorite combo at the moment. I've been using MAC's Whirl Lip Liner. So I will use this, fill in my lips. So NYX just recently launched more products in Canada. So if you go to London Drugs, you will see a bunch of new NYX products, which makes me so excited. And they finally have the liquid lipstick. So I'm going to use the shade Push Up, which is a beautiful, beautiful nude. Yes, these are drying, but they last all day. They do not budge. And then I like to just go back in with the pencil and just go over it again. Okay, so this is my go-to makeup look. This is something that I do every single day, and I'm not gonna do my hair today. It's kind of like wrinkled here from sleeping, but you know what? It's raining outside and I'm just not gonna bother taking a flat iron to it. Plus my hair has been breaking and falling out, so I really don't like to put any heat in there. So I just add a little bit of dry shampoo in there and I'm good to go. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow me on my social medias and subscribe if you guys want to see more videos. I would love to have you guys here. And until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.